last year we saw property sales rise by about 30 to 40% among the rated companies that we have. I think driven by obviously very strong demand, but also sort of supply side factors such as sort of increased investments in land bank over the last few years, which is now coming to fruition in terms of pre-sales. We look at some of the other sectors as well. Electricity sector, Vietnam Electricity, Petro Vietnam, a lot of investments going into the next couple of years. We think electricity consumption will rise by about 10% on average each year, with sort of growing industrialization, affluence, and sort of income levels. Similarly, for Petro Vietnam, we think the state will continue to sort of push for energy security and sort of drive towards reducing the sort of reliance on oil imports, and as a result, companies like Petro Vietnam will sort of invest in reserves. So we are looking at a lot of funding requirements in the next couple of years, which is going to sort of keep free cash flows negative. Like you rightly said, yes, this will sort of push up leverage over time, I think, but a common theme we see across most of these companies that sort of we rate and cover at this point in time is that leverage is fairly benign at this point in time, which essentially means they have a reasonable buffers to absorb a degree of sort of heavy investment in the next couple of years without sort of significantly affecting their credit profiles. But over the longer term, yes, they will have to be cautious, particularly in the property space. As you mentioned, it is a sort of a hot sector at this point in time. A lot of investments are going into sort of a lot of investments are going into land banking. There's a sort of a land grab, if you will, in the major metropolis areas. So property companies will need to be cautious and selective in what they're buying and where they're expanding, and keep an eye on external sort of growth drivers over the medium term, and watch out for any tapering off of those growth drivers as well.